So this is a continuation video on a different day, slightly different location in the garden. So let's get on with opening the rest of this diecast, starting with Majorette, Porsche Cayenne Turbo S and 918 Spider. So what caught my eye on this is the Gulf livery-ish paint scheme. Neither of the cars are new Majorette castings. You've got the Cayenne, I think, has been around, as has the Spider. Trailer's pretty cool. It does say on the packaging in the top right, moving parts, referring to the ramp. Yeah, a bit of a cheap sales tactic, if you wish. Having a moving ramp on a toy product is not an amazing selling point, although obviously it's a nice feature to have. I have to say I am quite impressed with this product, except I've just spotted on the trailer there is a wheel falling off. Let's check that out and see what's going on. Why is that doing that? Oh, that's crazy. So it looks like they're not single axles. That's misaligned. Hopefully it'll be possible to relocate that properly. Never mind. Otherwise, I'm quite impressed with the trailer. It's got a solid feel to it. It's metal base, metal chassis, if you wish. It's very wide, but nicely painted. Okay, hopefully we can sort that. And what's those marks there? Those are paint chips. Okay, right. So tell a lie, on the opening parts this Cayenne has an opening tailgate. Nice wheels. They feel like they're rubber, but they're not. And the Spider, wherever it's gone, here it is. Would have been great if it had slightly tinted glass. Otherwise, it's nice. Let's pop that on that trailer. It's actually a really nice combination. I do like that. Very, very nice. Shame about the paint chips on the trailer and the wheel. Lamborghini Miura SV. And I hope that is focusing okay. In black and gold. And I must say the finish on this is really nice, really superb. Look at that paintwork, that's fantastic. Nice tan interior, if you wish. Detail on the rear. Yeah, that gets my approval. Very nice. Right, what's next? Feels like a basic again, weight-wise, and it is 75 Datsun Sunny Truck B120. So this one has been around before, albeit with larger wheels. This one has got the smaller wheel diameter, and I must say it's pretty cool. Something in the bed there. A very nice looking 67 Mustang. So they've got a bit of detail on the base, which is nice. I am sure this casting has done the rounds, been around for decades. They may have tweaked it a little bit, giving it a bit more detail here and there. Wheels go well with it. Very beautifully finished, and Ford on the bonnet. Okay, what have you got next? Okay, this feels like a premium. It is. Now this caught my eye. Datsun 510 wagon, and there is the artwork. So it's a Boulevard, Hot Wheels Boulevard. Sharp looking. Always like yellow and black together. I think what makes this particularly effective is having the windows wound down so you can get a good view of the interior, which is quite nicely done. And for a premium, very nice paintwork, but you would expect the stripes to be central on the vehicle. I don't think it's intended to be, but the roof stripe looks as if it's just a little bit off, particularly at the front. Otherwise, very sharp looking. Rubber tyres. Okay, next up, Moon Eye's Chevy Fleetline 1947. So I've got a feeling this might be in my collection already, but I have to say, this is pretty sharp looking. Just check that out. Moon Eyes. That is just awesome. So you can tell we're not far from the sea. You can hear the seagulls. Well, precisely, we're about 4 miles from the sea, from the English Channel. Yeah, like that. Okay, let's place that over there. Yeah, I do like that. That's pretty cool. Right, next up. This is a hefty piece. What is this? This is a beauty. So check this out. This is Hot Wheels Team Transport, and one of my favourites it has to be. Why? Because the Euro hauler is really is 1/64 scale, and that's so nice to see. There's the artwork, and it comes with, what a cool car, Nissan, is it 300 ZX GTS. Awesome. And the price on this I thought was quite reasonable. £9.99. £9.99. That's really not bad. Premium product. Can't wait to get this out of its package. So I bought this from, no I didn't, I was going to say Smith's Toys in the UK. No, I bought it from Kids Stuff Toys in Hastings, East Sussex, UK. And let's get it out. Check this out. That's a sharp, sick paintwork. Whoa, look at that spoiler and the lights. Now, have I got this premium example in blue? I can't remember, I think I have. That's a hefty spoiler on the back. Ain't that awesome? Look at the wheels. Check those wheels out when it focuses. Very, very nice. And they've got some mirrors on the A-pillars. It's a nice touch. And when you put it next to the hauler, you can see that really is, the hauler really is 1/64 scale. It's, you know, proper commercial vehicle width. And Jesus, why is this not focusing? Come on, focus. Okay, let's have a look at the hauler. Yokohama. And now I've got this hauler in IWC Racing, which is in silver. What is particularly nice about this one are the wheels. The wheels look a little bit more what you'd expect on a commercial vehicle. In other words, they've got a deeper tread, they're less low profile, and will you please focus? Whereas on the IWC version, the wheels are not as realistic, I guess, and low profile. And also, the track on these wheels is slightly just in the bodywork line, which is what you'd expect. That really is lovely. Looks like it's got an opening door on the side, but it's not, it's just raised. And yeah, there's plenty of space for the Nissan to get in the rear there. I have a question though, and that is, why are Hot Wheels, if you wish, sponsoring the Euro hauler with Nissan? So Euro hauler, you would imagine, is I think it's based on a Mercedes-Benz transporter, but either way, Euro hauler signifies it's Europe, but Nissan is Japanese. So anyway, nice. Okay, how does that look? Oh yeah. Yeah, you can just see how big the Pinder vehicle is. That's pretty large. Right. Now, I've been hunting for this for God knows how long. Probably 4 months. This is the problem that you have in the UK with stocking of Hot Wheels. It's incredibly difficult to get the decent licensed versions from Hot Wheels. And as a Hot Wheels collector, you go and pop into the local supermarkets, which is really pretty much all the only places that they're sold in the UK, apart from a handful of toy shops dotted around the country. So when I take my son to karate twice a week, I take a quick trip to the supermarket, get a couple of sandwiches for working next day, and see what's in the Hot Wheels aisle. And usually it's really disappointing. There's probably one tiny box with about 20 cars with mold cards, dog-eared cards, and all the nice ones have gone. So yeah, this took a bit of searching to get this. I love it. Worth reading up about the real Espace if you haven't, on Wikipedia. The real Espace F1 is currently at the Matra Museum in France. Matra is a styling tuning division of Renault. Have I got that right? I know it's done several versions with Renault. So F1, Formula 1, this is a Formula 1 version of what is a multi-purpose vehicle, people carrier. And the Renault Espace was a very popular people carrier in the UK and Europe in the mid-90s, I guess. It may have been a bit later than that. It was seen as quite avant-garde before its time, very stylish, although Hot Wheels have made this look a little bit more shorter than possibly it might be. Renault put in a F1 engine into the centre of this vehicle, not in the front, in the centre of it, and yeah, worth reading about it. Crazy performance, something like 180 miles an hour. And by the way, when I do visit supermarkets twice a week, they're in different geographical locations. And despite that, the choice available is incredibly low. And in fact, this was so I usually go to supermarkets in Ashford and also Hastings, and I came across this one in Tenterden, another location about half an hour's drive away from the other two towns. And I also found at the same time this is Tesco's, Tenterden, the BMW black and gold 635 CSL, is it? But yeah, awesome. I like this. That is so cool. Very, very happy. Focus, focus. That's it. 1960s Fiat 500D Modificado, and I just thought I've got to get this because of the Peanuts cartoon with Snoopy the dog, and I don't know the name of the two characters here. Is that Charlie Brown in the middle and his friend on the right? Peanuts. So for those of you who don't know, Peanuts is probably no longer running. Cartoon, a little bit like The Simpsons, but dating back to the 70s, I guess. So this is a very wacky car, and it just goes so well with this cartoon artwork. The gang's all here. Peanuts. Oh, I like that. Now that looks like, is that the Abarth badge on the front? Awesome. Awesome. Okay, Matchbox 2019 Beetle convertible. Very nice. This really is very cute. Lovely baby pink. Okay, it really should have a tinted glass. Here is the 635 CSI I was talking about earlier, which I got along with the Renault F1. It's kind of like after about 2-3 months of a complete dearth of finding any decent Hot Wheels to come along at once, and I couldn't believe my luck. So this is very, very nice. So there is I've just noticed an internal roll cage. Don't know whether the camera's picking that up. The HWS Hot Wheels Special is a play on the John Player Special cigarette company that used to sponsor a lot of motor racing back in the old days before cigarette advertising was banned. And yeah, this is very, very cool car. Not an awful lot of headlight detail on this. Really, please focus. Castrol. And very little detail on the back, but nonetheless very cool. Okay, this is the last one in this video. Matchbox, again, it's really difficult to find Matchbox in the UK, even more difficult than Hot Wheels. I just thought this is actually a really nice casting. So 1966 Chevelle wagon, and I've just noticed that the artwork depicts the car slightly differently. So if you look at the waist, the gutter line of the windows, or is it the waist, it goes up over the rear wheels, whereas in the drawing it does not. It's just if anything, it goes down. So there's a bit of a mismatch there in the artwork and the vehicle, and it's got a really heavy feel to it. Very nice. It's kind of like a very faint primrose colour in a matte finish. Really nice model. And a shame as always with the pillar in the centre at the back there. It's just really, they don't have to do that. That's it. So let me just place the rest of these cars on here. There's a whole eclectic range of vehicles here, but all of them extremely cool. So I'm just going to get the camera and we'll take an aerial shot, aerial fly over them.